We are seeing three seismic shifts that are changing the landscape. First, for the first time ever, we are seeing that when we look at video ad spending, that social video ad spending has surpassed linear TV for the first time in 2025. So that is a seismic shift. We are at this inflection point, and what that means is that that is just going to continue. And in a couple years, we are going to see social video ad spending is surpassing CTV and linear combined. For a second change in the landscape, we are just seeing creator and short form content is this era, and it is here to stay. It's going to be faster, it's shorter and content driven, and it's just going to continue from here. And then third is that we're really reaching this maturity in the social media landscape. So we have been talking about time spent and growth for so long, but now that 90% of people are using social, what that means is time spent and growth is going to plateau. So all of these changes mean that for NewFronts, it is as critical and relevant as ever, because for platforms, what we need to see from them in order to win, in order to not lose share, they're going to have to engage, evolve, and really push forward.
Social platforms continue to dominate our attention spans. How are you seeing social partners evolve their offerings at this year's NewFronts with that in mind?
Yeah, so social is video first. And with that, we really need to see unique offerings as we're continuing to see the spend growth and increase in social. So first and foremost, it's all about human connection. So really looking for creators and brands to collaborate in order to have that trust and authenticity. Second, it is really about unique ad formats. So we've seen everything from AR to shopping, and it's really all about bringing entertainment and engagement together. And then finally, when we think about this, it is also all about access. So live entertainment is really, that's still where we see that live viewership, but live isn't just live anymore. Live is social. We know people are on their phones. They're looking at social. They're really looking for that content that they can only get behind the scenes on social. So if you think about things like the Olympics for the first time, or the NFL draft, or the Super Bowl, people aren't just looking at their live. They want to know, I want to know about these athletes. I want to know how they train. I want to know, what they eat for breakfast. And that is only something that is so unique that we can bring on social.
The lines between premium video and social video continue to blur. How do you define quality in this space? And what are you prioritizing when evaluating digital video inventory?
When we think about quality in this space, there are multiple areas that we look at. So first and foremost, that we want to make sure that it is all about engagement. So different from other channels is that we can see more engagement versus just impressions or views. We've actually seen this at some presentations talking about obsession over impressions. So thinking about this, that for the first time, you're getting engagement and really understanding in that true feedback loop in real time from consumers. Second, it's all about relevance, context, with trends, with values, with how things are adopting, that this is something that we can capitalize and make sure that we're really keeping our brand relevant and in real time. Also, when we think about this, it's really about making sure we're native. We are hoping that this will be the last year that we are going to talk about, don't just repurpose your linear spots. Make sure you're creating for platforms. And with that it's just going to make it more successful, more impactful. And then finally, when the conversation about social or about digital, we cannot forget the shift from not just brand safety, but also to suitability. And so there has been strides in this space, but it is a critical piece of the puzzle in order to think about quality and success for clients.
Programmatic has matured dramatically, but there's still fragmentation. What innovations or integrations at the NewFronts are helping streamline cross-platform video buys, especially across social and CTV?
When we think about this, it is, we need to think about the consumer first. So as a consumer, we need to follow the consumer and then also not just think about the screen. If I'm a consumer, I'm not thinking, I am turning on this device and I'm going to watch my show. I'm thinking I'm going to watch my show or who I want to watch whenever I want to watch it. And so that's what we need from platforms to make sure that we are following the consumer wherever they are. And so what we need from partners is flexibility. So that nimbleness, so we can make sure if they are going to be on a CTV screen, if they are going to be on a social feed, that we can optimize and be nimble and flexible to reach them where they are. Second, it's all about unification. So making sure we have tech, we have tools, making sure that we're able to use it so that we can also have that transparency and that control to understand and optimize. And then finally, AI is an accelerator. So automation has been built into biddable tools since the beginning. And from here, it's really going to be about optimization, personalization at scale, content creation, and AI is going to be the accelerant on all of that.